about Walking Dead, I wanted to talk about this. This is nothing. This is because I cannot figure out for the life of me how to get a can of Great Stuff to work the following day. My trees in my front yard are decorated with Great Stuff, top to bottom, from a can that exploded that I was trying to save. I had to fix a little crack in my siding, sprayed a little Great Stuff in there because I always have it laying around. You know, I used like maybe 5% of the can, and I knew the can was going to be crap after that because they always seal up and, you know, they clog and you can never unclog them, so I didn't want to waste it, so I just sprayed it all into this clob of crap here, and this is what I came up with. So I figured, it kind of reminds me of a turkey or something, I figured I could probably make this into like a chest cavity. Maybe have a prop, you know, a couple of arms here. Maybe I could get Jen, she's a pretty good sculptor apparently, to cut a couple of ribs into it. Give it some cheesecloth, you know, maybe, you know, stretch the cloth, I don't know. If any of you guys out there, you have any idea how to preserve Great Stuff once you open it, by all means let me know, so I don't end up with this anymore. Not that I can't use this anymore. So, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Walking Dead. I was pretty hard on it. It was 2 weeks ago when I did a review. I haven't been doing much vlogging other than yesterday because I'm getting ready for the baby. I had a lot of work to do. Did some work in the shop. Just my wife is nesting like you wouldn't believe. She's done everything but pile up twigs in the corner. So last week was just an awesome episode. I mean, it was everything I was begging them to do. Almost everything I was begging them to do. And then this week, not as good as last week, still awesome episode. Started out fast, you know, first second of the movie you got 10 or 12 zombies chasing Shane. We don't know how, but I'm kind of digging the whole flashback thing, how, you know, would they pick up in the middle of the story and then fill in the blanks. So we're starting to see it get a little closer to the comics now with the Shane starting to split up the group. Andrea kind of falling in between. This last episode kind of made me wonder, what were Dale, Glenn, and Herschel doing? Were they off in the woods plotting against Shane or figuring out how, you know, they were just kind of off doing their thing. I wonder what was going on there. I like the pickup and the pace. It's really good. I like the shootout with the governor's guys. I'm assuming they're the governor's guys. Great death for the guy Herschel shot and then having him eaten. Greg Nicotero just does an incredible job with the makeup. If we could ever get 5% as good as Greg Nicotero, we would be putting on some pretty awesome haunts. So he did a really good job there. I don't know why Herschel thought it would be a better idea to cut off the leg than to just rip it through like Rick eventually did, because, you know, yeah, it tore up the muscle, but the kid still got his leg. Oh, we've got a, you know, minor cut. I'm gonna have to amputate below the knee. Another little medical nitpick, and my friend Adam on Facebook brought this up. We are in a post-apocalyptic world where antibiotics are currency. Why are we taking pocket knives and putting unnecessary gouges in our hands with the same knife we used to stab walkers with? It's unsanitary at best. Little cut like that could cause big problems, and I don't see any reason why just peeing on the fence wouldn't work either. Are the zombies picky? I mean, would they eat pee, and would they eat blood and not pee? I doubt it. I mean, pretty much anything is big. It's TV though, I guess we won't get into that, although we did have Tony pissing on the floor in the bar, so I don't see how that's any better or worse than Shane pissing on the fence. Good smart call using the knives, finally. I'm still waiting for all the noise around the farm to draw that herd that we saw in the first episode of the second season, the first episode. That herd is still out there. You know, they're not that far from where the traffic jam was on the highway. Every time they show the tree line, I'm like, now are we gonna see thousands of zombies coming through the woods? Not yet. So I don't know, is it gonna be the herd or is it gonna be the gang that drives them off the farm? But just please get them off the farm. Here's an equation for you. The quality of the episode is directly proportional to the amount of time spent away from the farm. Everything good happens off the farm. Get off the farm. Stay off the farm. Get to the prison. It's a little spoiler, sorry. You're gonna end up in prison. The sooner they get to the prison, the better. Trust me on that one. I saw in the sneak peek for the following week, it looks like they're showing Daryl kind of torturing Randall a little bit. Randall's the kid that they rescued. I suspect what we're going to see is, after taking quite a beating from Daryl, who's just looking for an excuse to go off the deep end at this point, going to start talking about the guys in his gang, and he maybe mentions some big mean redneck with one hand, which is gonna make Daryl leave and go look for him. Maybe even take Randall himself and say, "Take me to the gang." And I think it's gonna be Daryl that leads him back to the farm. Just speculation on my part. And then it'll be Carol who brings Daryl back into the fold after much lament. So anyway, without getting too much longer, I think I'll stop there and I'll say thank you, AMC. Thank you for I'm not going to say saving the show because you still have a lot of work to do. I'm going to watch it anyway, but you're on the right track. Stay on the track. Get off the farm. Good job. See you guys later. Yep, that's your problem right there.